Hi, Stephanie. It's Ann. Sorry for the delay. I had some unexpected company to drop by, some old friends I hadn't seen in a while. So, anyway, let me show you what I was talking about. This is what you're trying to achieve. Uh, I fussed with J and C, and the fact that the letter J has been manipulated. I just couldn't get those two to work. But if I show you the technique, obviously you'll spend the time to manipulate the sizes of both of these letters so that they do work. So what I did was I just went to, let's see, let me click on here. The font is Sitka subheading. I don't know if that's going to be the one that, yes, it's still there. So I just clicked on the font tool and I type in Z and N, seem to work pretty good for me. Now that just does not look like an N to me. Oh, it does. Okay, sorry about that. I need to put it on caps. And so, let's see, that was Sitka something heading. Okay, yes, that looks like that's what it is. So with this, I always make a few duplicates because in my excitement or rush when I figure out how to do something, I always end up using my last one and have to start the process again. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one. So with these two here, I won't put it here on the design page because you can do this anywhere on here, but I'll do it up here. And so the first thing that you want to do, well, I'm just going to make them bigger first. Sorry about all the moving around. The first thing you need to do is to make it an object. So you go to Path, Object to Path, then go to Object and Ungroup so that they're separate letters. And so now that they're separate letters, click off of it. I'm going to put the Z on top of the letter N, but even there you see that there is an overlap there. So I'm going to bring this Z out to where it's a little bit longer, and I'll make the N a little bit longer as well. I need a little more space than that to get this overlapping done. So I'm overlapping in 3 places, but this might be the way it has to work. In order to interlock, you need to intersect in at least 2 places. Let me put some color on this letter so we can kind of see, and I'm going to bring it to the top. And we overlap here, and the 2 overlap here and actually over here, but you need to make sure that there are at least two places. And so now comes that tricky part of this whole thing is we have to use this Bezier tool to draw over where this overlap is taking place. So I'm just trying to get as close to the line but not directly on it as possible. And I'm drawing, I'm making the 4 sections there. Maybe if I get it there, that might be close enough. Okay, let's see. So I'm going back to the select tool, and so I've highlighted what is intersecting that we need to get rid of. I'm going to hold the shift key down and click on the entire letter and go to Path. Wait, I skipped a step. Let me go back one. Bring this to the front. Forgot a step. Sorry about that. We need to create a link offset on this, and I'm going to make it red so that we can kind of sort of see it a lot better. And I think you'll end up making another offset when you are adding it around those over there. But if we move this mouse, you can kind of see the 2 areas that it overlaps. So that's a good thing. So now let me go back with the Bezier tool. Oh, wow, getting too excited here. Need to click back on that offset. Make sure you're on the offset and move it to the top. So the red is to the top and the blue's on the bottom. And now we need to go to the Bezier tool, and we're just trying to make a box, a square, rectangle, whatever it is, over the area where it intersects at. So we have those two. We got the red highlighted. Hold the shift key down, click the entire red letter, and then we're going to say path difference. And while it's still highlighted, hold that shift key down again and click on the black letter and go path difference. Looks like the blue is laying on top of the black underneath, but we're going to click on this blue and we're going to lower it to the bottom. And now you have where in places here, the N looks like it's on top, and there's some little gaps in here. And so to get rid of those, the best thing that I can figure out is to go to path break apart so that they're individual pieces, and probably click on this one, hold the shift key down, click on this one, and use your arrow keys up to move them at the same time. And here, hold the shift key down. Let's grab the other half of this and use the arrow keys to kind of make them come down to where they intersect, where they're touching even more. And of course, you've got those gaps in there. But this is how you do both of these letters. So we basically have did all of the difference on the bottom letter, the N, and the top one sort of stayed the same. Now to try and get a look of what is over here, just bring it over some. Try to get this look here is going to be adding some offsets to it, and of course, you know, I've moved this already, so let me just go back and undo where it was a little bit there. That might make more sense. So I'm going to use a dropper tool and click here and make it purple. And hold the shift key down so I can group all of these pieces together, and I'll make it purple as well. So both are purple. And the next thing that we want to do is to create this offset. So we'll go back to the link offset, and I'll just pick any color because I just really want to see how thick this offset is so that things still kind of gel together. That might be too thick, but I'm going to click on the dropper and click over here on the gold. And now I'm going to go back and click on the letter N, and I'll do the same thing with it. And I can't find my offset, probably because I need to combine them. Okay, now it looks like it's all combined. And let's see if it lets me do this offset now. Yes, I see that little diamond there. So let me go back, pick another color. That might be a bit too thick, but we shall see. There you go. And that is how it's supposed to be done. However, I have struggled with this because it has been next to impossible for me to find this athletic or collegiate font in order to make that happen. And I know sorry about that, this area has been stretched. The J obviously is larger than the C, but that's how it's supposed to be done. So I'm going to end this now. Feel free to post whatever questions that you have. If you find a better resolution of this, upload it and tag me, and I'll do my best to just do a trace on it. But I can't trace this one because there's too many shadows and tones that's going on. And of course, Greyhound is overlapping it and it would be in the way in the trace. But I'm going to end this now. And I hope this helped you. I feel bad I was unable to get the J and the C, but hopefully you understand the technique with it.